and I'm going to do it again today. I'm back in the studio this evening, and we're going to make it a full body workout. We're going to pump, strengthen and tone all the major muscle groups, and we'll get some time in at the end as well to do a nice little stretch. Okay, so let's start easy, guys. We're going to come cross-legged, and let's just do some gentle shoulder circles. And some easy shoulder circles is a great way to kind of get a little bit of blood into the upper body, the neck, the upper back, the shoulder area, especially if you've been sat all day at work. Okay, so let's just keep going with the shoulder circles. Okay, good. And then we're going to go back the other way. So get these nice and big, guys, as big as possible. Okay. Yeah, good. Nice and big. It's almost like you're massaging the inside of your shoulder joint here. Okay, and we'll do a few more. Yeah, good. Okay, so very gently, very easy. We're just going to turn the head over the shoulder. And then back into the middle, and then the other way, back into the middle, and again over the shoulder, back into the middle, and then the other way, and then back into the middle. Okay, take the arms out to the side. We're just going to do some breathing and some easy arm movements. So let's take an inhale up. We're going to get the back of the hand to touch above the head. And an exhale to open. Inhaling up. Exhaling open. Inhaling up. Exhaling open. And one more. Inhaling up. And exhaling open. Okay, nice. Let's come around to sitting. Just going to get the lower back moving a little bit here. We'll take the feet hip distance apart and we'll put the hands just underneath the knees. I'm going to start in a long flat back and then I'm going to curve back. So I'm curving the pelvis under as I do that and then rocking forwards and curving back and rocking forwards, curving back and rocking forwards, curving back, rocking forwards, curving back, rocking forwards, curving back, rocking forwards. Let's do two more. Curving back, rocking forwards, curving back, rocking forwards. Okay, so I'm going to put the soles of my feet together here. I'm just going to take a very gentle curve over. So drop the head, just roll gently down through the spine. You don't have to go far. This is right at the beginning of the class, but just go as far as is comfortable. And we're going to take 2 deep breaths here. So 2 breaths. We're taking inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, we're going to roll gently all the way back up through the spine. Let's repeat that first exercise again, but we're going to do it with the breathing. So I'll cue the breathing this time as well. Don't worry if you don't quite get the breathing pattern, just give it a go. We'll take an inhale and exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. 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 2 more. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Last one. Exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Okay, let's keep hold of the legs here. We're just going to roll all the way down to the mat. So down we go, nice and gently. Vertebra for vertebra for vertebra. You can slide the hands up the leg there. And we're going to go all the way down onto the floor. Okay, let's push both legs forwards. I'm going to bring the right leg into the chest. Let's take 4 deep breaths on each hip. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so let's swap legs over and we're going to bring the left leg in. 4 deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, good. All right, guys, what we're going to do next is roll onto the side, yeah? This exercise is sometimes called clamshells. We're going to do 10 of these, and this is just to get a little bit of blood into the hip joint. Okay, let's keep the hand on the pelvis, and I've got my legs slightly bent. The heels of the feet are roughly in line with my spine, and we're going to lift a knee up to the ceiling, and then back, and again. And you're going to keep the pelvis nice and still as you do this. Up, and then back, and up. Okay, let's do 5 more. Lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back. Last one, and lift, and back. Okay, so let's do that on the other side. Like I said, this is just to mobilize the hip joint, get a little bit of blood into the hip before we carry on. So legs are slightly bent, heels of the feet in line with the spine, hand on the hip, and off we go. Lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back. 5 more. Lift, and back, and lift, and back, and lift, and back. 2 more, and lift, and back. 1 more, and lift, and back. Okay, good. So from here we're just going to roll up onto all 4s. Let's do some cat stretches. Cat stretches, guys, don't get these confused with cow. We're going to come through to a long flat back and not a curved banana shape. So let's start here, long flat back, and then we're going to curve up. Okay, we're going to hold it here for 1 second, and then we're going to come back through, and if you can, find that long flat back position again. And again, curving up, and then coming flat. And again, curving up, and coming flat. Let's do 2 more, curving up, and then coming flat. And last one, curving up, and coming flat. Okay, we'll take toes together, take knees a little bit wider, and we're just going to sit all the way back onto the heels of the feet, reach the arms forwards, drop the head down. We'll take 2 breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, rolling up all the way through the spine again, and we're going to repeat that exercise. We're going to do it a little bit quicker this second time, and I will cue the breathing as well. So off we go, wrists on the shoulders, knees under hips. Let's take an inhale to prepare, and exhale up, inhale back, exhale up, inhale back, exhale up, inhale back, exhale up, inhale back. 4 more times. Exhale up, inhale back, exhale up, inhale back. 2 more. Exhale up, inhale back. Last one. Exhale up, inhaling back. Well done. Okay, toes together, knees apart again. Back we go. Another long spine stretch. Relax the head on the floor. 2 breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, guys, roll gently up through the spine. Vertebra for vertebra for vertebra. We're going to lie down on the mat, yeah? So the next exercise we're going to do is what I often refer to in my group classes as a slow hip roll, yeah? So it's hip rolls and there's a bit of arm movement going on as well. All right, so let's lie down on the back. So we're going to take the feet hip distance apart. And for this one, we're going to start with the arms up to the ceiling. Okay, so let's go. We're going to curve the pelvis under and we're going to roll vertebra for vertebra up. Then we're going to take the arms over the head. Keep them there as you roll back down through the spine. And then we'll bring the arms back to the ceiling. So curving the pelvis under and rolling up. Taking the arms over the head. Roll back down to the mat. Bring the arms to the ceiling. And again, curve the pelvis under, rolling up. Take the arms overhead. Roll the spine back onto the mat. Bring the arms to the ceiling. Keep going, guys. Curving the pelvis under, rolling up. Taking the arms over the head. Roll back down gently through the spine. Bring the arms to the ceiling. Let's do it one more time. Curving the pelvis under, rolling up. Taking the arms over the head. Rolling back down through the spine. Bringing the arms back to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to take the hands onto the mat here, guys. And what we're going to do next is we're going to get into a position that I refer to as imprint. If you've done Pilates, that will be familiar. If you've not, if you're a bit new to this, then I have got a tutorial on my channel. It's called What the Hell is Imprint, and that breaks it down nicely. But I'm just going to do a little cheating way to get into it right now. So what we're going to do is bring both legs into the chest. You're going to have, okay? You're going to pull the belly through to the lower back, and that's engaging your core, yeah? Engaging the core, pulling the belly through to the lower back. Keep it like that, guys. And we're going to take the hands back onto the mat. And keeping that feeling of pulling the belly through to the spine, you're going to take your legs a little bit further forward so you've got roughly 90 degrees at the hip and the knee. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more, inhaling and exhaling. All right, bring the knees back into the chest again, and this time we're going to roll round onto the right shoulder. And I'm rolling onto my right shoulder, my legs are bent. I'm going to take the right hand on top of my knees. I'm going to stretch the left arm up to the ceiling. So we're going to open the left arm, if you can, all the way to the floor, and then bring it back. And again, exhaling to open, inhaling back. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale to open, inhaling back, and 1 more. Exhale to open, inhaling back. Okay, so we'll roll across the back. We're going to do that on the other side. And on the other side, I'm going to cue the breathing. Okay, let's take an inhale and exhaling. Open the arm and turn the head. Inhaling back. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. 2 more times. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. 1 more. Exhaling, open. Inhaling back. All right, guys, so onto the back again, and we're going to hug the knees back into the chest. And 1 more time, we're going to go into imprint, and we're going to have that feeling of pulling the belly through to the spine. So let's do that now on an exhale. We'll take an inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to pull the belly through to the spine. It's nice and strong and locked in. Let's now lift the head up. We're going to lift the head up this time. We're going to look down at the belly. We're going to stretch the arms forwards, and we're going to get 90 degrees roughly at the knee and the hip. Let's hold it here for 4 breaths. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling And exhaling. All right, nice guys. Pop the head back down, hug the legs back into the chest. Let's hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. We're going to put the feet back on the floor, guys. Let's come back round onto the side in that position we were in earlier. So that's with the legs slightly bent, hand on the mat. Okay, what we're going to do now, this is an easy one to follow. We're just going to wake up the leg and the hip a little bit more. We're going to lift the top leg to roughly hip height, knee forwards, foot flexed, and we're going to push all the way out to the side and bring it back. And pushing out to the side and then back. So let's do 10 more. Push and back. And exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, 5 more. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. 2 more. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Last one, we're going to hold it out there. So keep the leg nice and strong, and we're going to do 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do that the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. All right, bring that leg in. So I could feel that pump and burn a little bit, working to the outside of the hip. Remember, that's not the same as feeling pain, guys. All these exercises should be absolutely pain-free, but you might really feel a kind of warm, intense burning feel sometimes in the muscles, and that's good stuff. So let's take the hand on the mat. We're going to lift the top leg, foot flex, knee forwards. Let's take an inhale to prepare, and exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, good. 5 more. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Exhale, push, inhale, good. 2 more. Exhale, push, inhale, back. Last one, we're going to push and stop, and 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, nice. Bring that leg back in, guys. We're going to come up to sitting, and we're going to do some half roll backs, yeah? So for this one, you want to keep a curve in the spine the whole time, yeah? We're going to curve the spine over. We're going to reach the arms forwards, and then we're going to rock back. So let's go. We're going to rock back and keep the curve as you come forwards. Rocking back. And then forwards. Rocking back. And then forwards. Rocking back. And then forwards. Keep going. Rocking back. And then forwards. Rocking back. And then forwards. Let's do 2 more. Rocking back. And then forwards. Last one. Rocking back. And then forwards. Okay, so like we did earlier, let's put the soles of the feet together. We'll take another little quick roll down through the spine. So drop the head down, you roll. Okay, when you get to the bottom, let's take 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, rolling back up through the spine. We're going to repeat the half roll backs, and this time I'll cue the breathing. So see if you can follow. Reach the arms forward. Keep the curve. We're going to be looking down at the floor the whole time. Let's take an inhale to prepare, and exhale, rock back. Inhaling forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Keep going. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. 2 more. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Last one. Exhale back. Inhaling forwards. Okay, so keeping this Shaping the spine, keeping the arms reaching forwards. We're going to start to roll back. And then what we're going to do is, as slowly as you can here, guys, use abs to do this. We're going to roll all the way down to the mat, nice and slowly, working the abs, engaging the core. When you get the head on the floor, just stretch the legs forward straight, flex the feet, and let's take the arms over the head here. So we're in a really nice, big, stretched out position. And what we're going to do is bring the right leg into the chest, and we're just going to take 2 breaths this time each side. So let's take an inhale and exhale, inhaling and exhaling. All right, swapping legs over. Let's bring the left leg in, 2 more breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. All right, so feet on the mat, and we're going to be working back into the abdominal wall again. Let's do some nice, easy little chest lifts. Link the fingers together, guys. We're going to put them behind the head. We're going to lift the head up and down 8 times. And I'm going to cue the breathing right from the beginning with this one. The move is easy, so see if you can get it in with the breathing. It does really help. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, we're going to lift. Look at the belly. Inhale back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Keep going. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Okay, just relax here for a second. We're going to do 1 more set of that, guys. For this second set, we're going to do it with 1 leg up in the air like this. Yep. Off we go. So let's do 8 on each side. I've got my right leg up, and we're going to take an inhale to prepare, and exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. 4 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. All right, pop that foot down. And before we do it on the other side, we're going to go into that same big stretched out position again. Let's hold this here for just 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so link the fingers together back behind the head. And we're going to have the other leg up in the air now. I've got my left leg up. Let's do 8 more, and off we go. We're going to lift and exhale and lift and lift. And 4 more, guys, and lift and lift and back. 2 more, and lift and back. 1 more, and lift and back. Okay, lovely. Pop the foot back down on the floor, take the hands onto the rib cage, and we're going to take 2 deep breaths, if you can, right into the rib cage. We'll take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so guys, back onto the side again. We're going to make this one wobbly, yeah? Wobbly exercises, balance exercises, they're brilliant for the stabilizing muscles, core stabilizers. They make up an important part of any workout. So let's take the arm along the leg and follow me. We're going to do 8. So let's point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex. And point and flex. 2 more. Point and flex. And point and flex. All right, so relax there a second. We're still going to keep the arm along the leg, but what we're going to try now is we're going to try lifting both legs up just off the floor at the same time. For this one, I totally recommend doing it on an exhale, and you may well see me just fall flat onto my face on this one. This is quite challenging. All right, so let's try it. We'll take an inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, 4 more, guys. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back. All right, I managed to get through that. I'm quite proud. All right, let's do those 2 sections on the other side. So it was point and flex. And then we're going to lift both legs up. All right, so get as straight as you can here, guys. All right, arm along the leg, point and flex. We'll do 8. Off we go. Point and flex, and 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 point and flex. 2 more. Point and flex, and point and flex. All right, now we're doing the really tricky bit. Both legs lifting. On an exhale, it will help. Take an inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale back. 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 Exhale, lift. Inhale, good. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale back. All right, you might not have picked this up remotely, but I was wobbling like hell on that second set, but I managed it. All right, let's come back round onto all 4s. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Then we're going to tuck the toes underneath. So let's do basically what I'd call a push back to bent leg. So kind of like a bent-legged downward dog. That's what we're doing next. So let's lift the knees just up off the mat. Keep the legs bent, and you're going to push back. So drop the head down, relax the neck, and you should feel a nice long length running through the spine. Let's hold it here. Knees back down. Sit back on the heels for a second and just give the hands a shake. Take the weight off the hands. So that's what I call a bent-legged downward dog. What we're going to do next is we're going to rock back into that position and down again, rocking back and then down. We're going to do it 8 times. I will cue the breathing, and if you can do it with the breathing, then it's a really good one for circulation as well. So let's give it a go. We're going to exhale, push back, inhaling down. Okay, so 8, inhaling down, 7, inhaling down, 6, inhaling down, 5, inhaling down, 4, inhaling down, 3, inhaling down, 2, inhaling down, last one, and inhaling down. Nice, toes together, knees apart. We're going to go back into that same long spine stretch. This time, guys, let's walk the hands off the mat and round to one leg. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, coming back into the mat, we'll take the arms around the other side. 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so back onto the mat, guys, and we're going to roll up gently through the spine, vertebra for vertebra, leaving the head to the end. Okay, good. So we've been going now for about half an hour, feeling pretty warmed up, and we're going to go into the 100. So this is where it gets pretty damn Pilates orientated. We're going to do the 100. I'm going to cue it in the normal, regular Pilates way. And it's one of the exercises from the original series. It's a really great one to do. It often back in the day got put in right at the beginning of the class, and that totally works for some people to throw themselves into the 100, no problem. But personally, I like to do it a little bit later in the class when I'm feeling a little bit more warmed up. So we're going to do the 100. If you've never done this before, or you're watching this later and you've never really done Pilates before, don't worry if you don't get this one, but it does need to be pain-free for the lower back of the neck, okay? If you're not really sure about this one at all, you can just have a little look first. All right, anyway, we're going to do the 100, full-on Pilates 100. I'm going to cue all the breathing and everything. So let's take an inhale and exhaling into imprint. Inhaling one leg, exhaling the other, inhaling. And exhaling up. You can do it with the legs bent or extended like this. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale. And inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 4, 5, halfway. Good, inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Come all the way back in. Ooh, pop the feet back down again, pelvis into neutral. Let's take the hands on the ribs. We'll take 2 more deep breaths into the rib cage. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so we've really pumped the abs and the core there. It's now time to fully mobilize the spine. Okay, I'm going to do full roll up. So I've got my legs straight, feet are flexed, legs are hip distance apart. Let's take the arms up to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to take an inhale, and then on the exhale, just take the arms gently back. You don't want to take them too far back that the rib cage pops. We're going to keep the front of the rib cage nicely engaged. So we're going to start here, we're going to finish here. So off we go. We're going to move the arms up to the ceiling, and then a massive exhale as you lift the head, and you can curve all the way up and over. Start to move back. And then on the exhale, you're going to roll back down to the floor and take the arms all the way back and over the head again. Okay, so let's take the arms to the ceiling. Massive exhale. That will help you come all the way up and over. Stretching gently forwards here. And we're going to start to move back. And then exhaling vertebra for vertebra all the way down. And again, arms to the ceiling. And massive exhale all the way up and over. Start to move back. And then gently, vertebra for vertebra, down to the mat. We're going to do this a few more times, guys. Arms to the ceiling, massive exhale here. All the way up and over. Start to move back. And then vertebra for vertebra down. Okay, last one, and we're going to stay up. So bring the arms to the ceiling, lift the head, we're going to come all the way up and over, and we're going to stay up and over this time. All right, so let's roll up straight through the spine. So vertebra for vertebra, all the way up we come. And the next exercise we're going to do tonight is rolling like a ball. Yeah, so this is quite a fun one to do. We're going to take feet together, knees together. First of all, we have to find the balance point. We've got to find that first position. So we're going to curve the pelvis under, and we're going to lift the legs up. You want to keep the legs gently squeezed together, and I've got my hands definitely resting gently on my shins. I'm not holding on for dear life here. Okay, so let's give it a go. We're going to curve the pelvis under and roll back, and then the exhale will bring you back up again. Try to keep the feet off the floor. We're going to curve the pelvis under, roll back, exhale up to balance. Curving the pelvis under, rolling back. Exhaling up to balance. Keep going, guys. Curving the pelvis under, rolling back. Exhaling up to balance. Curving the pelvis under, rolling back. Exhaling up to balance. Let's do 2 more. Curving the pelvis under, rolling back. Exhaling up to balance. Last one. Curving the pelvis under, rolling back. Exhaling up to balance. Let's hold the balance here, guys. See if you can reach the arms forwards. You're going to hold it here for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, tricky bit. Let's see if we can take the arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, not bad. Soles the feet together. Let's push forwards. So we're going to take 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Okay, rolling all the way up. Okay, so that exercise especially, excuse me, but not just that one, other ones as well in Pilates mat work. Sometimes they can feel like they're getting a little bit grippy around the top of the hip there. If that happens, I always just find that soles of the feet together, knees open, and a little stretch forwards just helps relax any grippiness that might come up into the top of the hip. Okay, so we're going to do some back exercises next, and for this I'm going to face this way to you. It's probably the easiest way to see. I've got my legs, they're a little bit wider than my hips there, you can probably just see. Okay, and I'm going to keep my head down, and I'm going to take my arms out to the side first. Out to the side, I'm making a T shape. Okay, so let's keep the head down, but we're going to lift the arms up and down. Let's do this 10 times. This is a great one for the shoulders. Okay, so off we go. We're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, relax there. The next one we're going to do is we're going to lift the arms up and down again, but with 90 degrees at the elbow. So lifting up and down from here, guys. Off we go, 10 times, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to push up into a cat stretch now. Just have the feeling that I want to take my spine back in the other direction. So onto all fours, just drop the head, curl the pelvis under, relax the neck completely. We'll hold this here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to repeat those 2 different versions there. So the first one was with the arms out straight, second one bent, but this time, guys, we're going to lift the head just off the floor as well. Keep the neck fairly long though, still kind of look down at the mat as you lift up. So we're not lifting high, we're going to lift long and low, the head up and down for each set. So let's take the arms out to the side and off we go. We're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I can feel that now definitely working between my shoulder blades. This is what we're after. You might also feel it a little bit further down the back because we're lifting the head up as well. That's fine. It's also totally fine if you feel this one a little bit in the lower back. That's okay. All right, so off we go. The elbows are bent, same thing. We're going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, well, I can feel it now, 8, whoa, between the shoulder blades, 9, whew, last one, 10, and down we come. All right, I'm definitely going straight up into a nice big cat stretch after this, and this one I'm going to hold up for 10 seconds. So drop the head, curl the pelvis under, we're going to stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's slow down. And we're going to stay on all fours. Earlier we did a push back to bent legs, yeah, or a bent legged downward dog. Let's see about going back into a full downward dog now. We're a little bit more warmed up. That should be easier to do. So let's take an inhale to lift the knees, and on the exhale we're going to push back to straight legs, or as straight as you can get them. Drop the head, relax the neck. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, knees on the floor, and let's just give the hands a quick shake. Take the weight off the wrists. And we're going to stay working the back actually. We're going to do opposite arm and leg, or something that's sometimes called swimming on all fours. So back into a tabletop position, and what we're going to do is we're going to stretch the opposite arm and leg off the floor, and we're always going to swap, and I am going to cue the breathing for this one as well. So off we go. Let's take an inhale to prepare, and on the exhale we're going to reach, inhaling back, swap, exhaling, reach, inhaling back, exhaling, reach, inhaling back, exhaling, reach, inhaling back, keep going, exhaling, reach, inhaling back, exhaling, reach, inhaling back. Let's do 2 more, exhaling, reach, inhaling back, last one, reach and hold it out here guys. Let's stay for 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do that on the other side. So reaching the arm and leg off the floor, 10 more seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, put the knee and the hand back. Let's give the hands another little bit of a shake. Okay, nice. So I've been going for 50 minutes now. No, 40 minutes. And I'm feeling super warmed up. So this is where I like to try to mobilize my thoracic spine a little bit when I'm a little bit warmed up. You can do this at the beginning, but for me it's just a bit too stiff and crunchy. So for this one, guys, I'm going to do spine twist. So let's link the fingers together. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down, and then we're ready to go. So we're going to rotate round, and then turn the head over the shoulder, coming back to the hands, and then back to the middle. Okay, other way, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. Keep going, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. And again, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. Let's do 2 more. Rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. Last one, rotating round, head over shoulder, back to the hands, into the middle. So from here, guys, we're going to push the hands forwards. Okay, let's take the shoulders up to the ears, and we'll take an inhale, and on the exhale, a nice long stretch over. Inhaling back, and exhaling over. Inhaling back, let's do 2 more. Exhaling over, inhaling back. Last one, exhaling over, inhaling back. All right, nice guys, let's go onto the mat. And we're going to do another abdominal. So lying down, we're going to link the fingers together behind the head. And we're going to stretch the right foot forwards. This time we're lifting head and leg together. So let's take an inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale back and lift and back and lift and back and lift and back. 4 more and lift and back and lift and back. 2 more and lift and back. Last one and lift and back. All right, swap legs over. Let's do that on the left. Flex the foot, keep the leg strong. We'll take an inhale and lift and back 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 and lift and back. 2 more and lift and back. Last one and lift and back. Okay, lovely guys. Just take the hands back onto the sides of the ribs. We're going to take 2 deep breaths. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Not bad. We're going to take both legs forwards. Let's bring the right leg back up into the chest, and we'll take 2 breaths again on each hip. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, swapping legs over, and we'll bring the left leg in. Yeah, good. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, nice guys. Okay, so next up, we're going to do a couple of planks tonight. We're just going to do 2 planks tonight. And if you can, you're going to hold each plank for 30 seconds. Okay, we're going to do the first plank
up on the hands, or I'm going to do the first plank up on the hands and then the second plank down on the elbows. Some people have a favourite one to do. Some people prefer it up on the hands, some on the elbows. Doesn't matter which, but we're going to do 30 seconds of both. If you're not quite sure if you can really manage the whole 30 seconds, then my advice, instead of stopping early, is just to put the knees down, and then you're slowly starting to strengthen the muscles anyway to then hold a longer full plank. All right, so let's start up on the hands. And we're going to get into this really slowly. Don't throw yourself into it. Get into it nice and slowly. Make sure you've got all the muscles switched on, because it makes it a little bit more effective and a bit easier to hold. So let's take one leg behind. Keep that leg strong. Pull the belly up slightly. So you've got your core engaged. It's like getting into imprint. Shoulder blades stabilize down the back. And then you're going to squeeze the legs together. So take that second leg back, and we're going to hold it here for 30 seconds. So let's breathe. We're taking inhale and exhale. Keeping an eye on the clock here. Inhaling and exhaling. 15 more seconds. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pop the knees down and take the weight off the hands again. Good. Okay, so doing a plank up on the hands, it's a little bit easier to make sure that you've got the shoulder joint in the right position and the shoulder blade stabilized. It's a little easier as well to hold a plank on the hand for most people, because we're holding a diagonal shape. Yeah, some of the weight there is going down to the feet. The next one on the elbows, personally I find this harder to hold. It's a little bit harder for me to keep the shoulder blades down, and it's much harder for the muscles in my torso and in the quads as well, because we're now going to hold a horizontal shape. That makes it a bit harder. Anyway, we're going to do it, and we do 30 seconds. So on the elbows, I've got my fingers linked together here, guys, but you can have them apart. That doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. But shoulder blades stabilize down the back. All right, let's take one leg behind, lock out that leg, pull up the quad. Pull the belly up into the lower back, squeeze the second leg in, and 30 seconds here. So let's breathe again, nice and easy. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, relax the knees down again. Take the weight off the arms and give them a little bit of a shake. Okay. So what we're going to spend the rest of the stream doing are some stretches. And stretches are a thing that are very good for the body to do if you do them at the right time in your workout. So we're going to go for what I call longer, slightly bigger stretches. I only like to do those after I've been working out for at least 30 minutes, but optimally something like 45, 50 minutes, which is what I've done today. Of course, when I was 20, it really didn't matter. I could stretch at any point. But now that I'm nearly 50, I definitely want to make sure that I'm putting it at the right point in my workout. Otherwise, I could make things a little bit worse with the stretching. Yep. So let's come up onto the knees. What we're going to do first is what I call a big hip flexor stretch. This is a really good one to do as well if you have been sat at work all day, because the hip flexors will get tight. So let's take the right foot out in front. And for me, I'm going to creep my foot a little bit further forwards from my knee. Nice and straight in the pelvis and the hips, hand on that thigh, and then just a little rock forwards to here. So let's hold it here, and we're going to take 4 deep breaths. Okay, let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so you can put the hands back and we'll just rock on back. I do realise you've totally lost my head when I do this, but it's still just about. All right, so we're going to take the left foot out in front, have that foot a little bit further forwards of the knee, hand on the thigh, and we're going to rock forwards. And of course, where I'm feeling it now is down the front of this back leg, yeah, down the front of that back leg and also up into the hip. 4 breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, all right. All the way back out of that. And then we're going to go into a straddle stretch. And for a lot of people, this is quite an intense stretch to do. You don't have to whack your legs right out to the side there. You might find, depending on how tight the hips and the inner thigh are, you might find that that is it. You can't go any more than that, and that's totally okay. The main thing is that you slowly start to stretch out the inner thigh here. Okay, so what we're going to do, whether your legs are wide or a bit narrower, keep them switched on, don't relax them. It helps me if I do that with flexed feet, then I can keep the quad switched on. All right, so let's take a little walk forwards again. It doesn't have to be that far, but as far as you feel comfortable. We're just going to stay in the middle here for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, walking all the way slowly back. And then we're going to walk round down to one leg. So let's walk down to one leg. You can either grab hold of the leg or keep the hands on the floor, or maybe some of you can grab hold of the foot and we'll hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, walk the hands back up the leg and then we'll go over to the other side. All right, down we go. Okay, let's hold it here 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, walk hands all the way back. So what I always like to do after a big straddle stretch is I take the hands behind me and I just give the legs a little shake as I bring them back together. Keeping the hands behind, I bring the heels of my feet just wide of my hips, and from here I let both knees drop over to the side. So what that does is that enables this leg here to go into an internal rotation. So we've worked it externally a little bit there with the straddle stretch, and also this one's working externally, that one's working internally, and a nice healthy hip joint should have a nice degree or a nice range of movement internally and externally. So drop the knees over the other way and we'll hold it here for a bit. Okay, good. And then all the way into the middle. Okay, so the next stretch we're going to do is what I call a spine stretch over. So we're going to push both feet forwards. Again, I'm keeping the feet fairly flexed, keeping the legs really strong. Let's pick the right foot up first. We're going to put it to the inside of the left. Okay, we're going to stretch the right arm up to the ceiling, and we'll take an inhale to reach up, and on the exhale we're going to stretch sideways and over. So now forwards towards the leg, but sideways, and you can see I've just got this hand resting on the inside of my left leg. Let's take 4 breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Good, coming all the way up, and we'll do that on the other side. Yeah, so I'll just spin around this way. You can see I'm going to pick the left foot up, put it to the inside of the right, stretching the left arm up to the ceiling, and take an inhale to reach up, and then on the exhale I'm going to go sideways and over. Okay, so 4 breaths. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, gently coming all the way up, guys, and then we're just going to come round to the front. I'm going to have a little bit of water, and then we're going to finish with a couple of neck stretches, yeah? So you've got to be really careful with neck stretches. I often say this on a stream. Don't pull the head. Don't do too much of a big movement there with the neck. Cervical spine has got a lot of movement. That's your neck. The neck has got a lot of movement. It's also got a very, very large hole running through all the vertebral bodies, because that's where you've got a really thick cable of nerves and spinal column. Yeah. So you've got to be a bit careful with the neck, but some very gentle neck stretches held for a fairly short amount of time at the end of the workout is not a bad thing to do. All right, so my favourite one is this. We're going to slide a hand across the lower back, and we'll take the other arm up and over the top with the fingers just gently resting by the ear. So if we go over to the side first, so this is what I mean. I'm not pulling my head here with my hand. It's just resting gently, but I am going to open my mouth a little bit so I can relax my jaw, and then I'll get quite a nice stretch down the side of my neck. Then from here, I'm going to turn my head into the arm, and I'm going to slide my hand back and down, and then I'm going to drop my chin, and I'm kind of stretching gently over to one side here. So now I feel it in the side, but more to the side and the back of my neck. And I'm going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming all the way up, then on the other side. So hand across the lower back. We'll take the other arm up and over the top. So fingers gently by the ears. We're not pulling the head here, guys. We're just going to gently let it go over to the side. Relax the jaw. And then we're going to turn the head into the arms, slide the hand round and down, and just drop the chin softly. Holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming all the way up, nice and gently. We're just going to put the hands onto the legs here, and we're just going to do 2 really big shoulder circles back. Okay, good. And then we're going to do 2 really big shoulder circles forwards. Okay. And then we're done. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining this stream this evening. There'll be another stream next Thursday as well. So have a look on my Instagram page as to what time that's going to be. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Cheers. Bye.